about housebreaking. Unfortunately, with housebreaking, there are no shortcuts. It's frequently walking your dog, putting your dog in confinement when you're not able to watch your dog, and putting your dog on a good feeding and watering schedule. Most normal dogs need to eat twice a day. That's once in the morning and once in the evening. Water needs to be given anytime the dog's eating and when you know your dog is thirsty. For example, if your dog has been running around playing real rambunctiously and is panting, go ahead and offer him a drink, but now you know he needs to go out reasonably soon. It's not a good idea in most cases to leave water down, because if you don't know for sure when your dog is drinking, then you don't know when he needs to go out. A basic schedule would be as follows. First thing in the morning, you take your dog out for his first potty walk. He's got 5 minutes to go. If he goes, great. If he doesn't, that's fine too. Then you bring him in and you give him his first meal. He has 15 minutes to eat and drink what he wants, and then food and water come up. At that point, you go immediately outside and take him out for his second potty walk, another 5-minute walk. Again, if he goes, great. If he doesn't, that's fine too. But at that point, put your dog back in confinement for 15 minutes to think about whether or not he needs to go out, and then go ahead and take him out one more time. So we're talking 3 walks, each 5 minutes apiece, first thing in the morning. At that point, your dog should have gotten his business done, so you can leave for the day. Keep in mind, the #1 rule of dog training is if you don't think you can trust your dog, don't. So when we're talking about dogs that are not housebroken, you need to keep them in confinement when you're not there. When you come home in the evening, the schedule is the same. Out, food, water, out, 15 minutes in the kennel to think about it, and then out one more time. Now at that point, if you're going to be home and you're going to be able to watch your dog, that's the time to let your puppy run around and play. But keep in mind, if you have to go answer the phone, the dog goes with you or he goes back in confinement. The only mistakes that you can correct are the ones that you catch in the act. Now, how do you know when your dog is going to be housebroken fully? Well, you've got to teach him a signal that he needs to go out. We teach one of 2 things. We will either teach the dog how to ring a bell at the door, or we will teach the dog how to sit at the door. If we taught your dog how to sit at the door, you just need to consistently ask for that sit every single time that you take your dog out, and pretty soon your dog will start doing it on his own. As far as the ring a bell at the door is concerned, if you're consistently doing that, eventually your dog will start doing it on his own. The biggest thing you need to know is you need to go a good solid month with 0 housebreaking mistakes before you even think about testing your dog on it. To test your dog, what you have to do is accidentally on purpose forget one of the normal potty walks that you normally go on and see what your dog does. If he runs to the door and gives you the signal, you know he's getting the idea. If he sniffs around for a place to go, you know you've got a little bit more work to do. Now, as far as catching and correcting, again, I said you absolutely have to correct the dog in the act. If you miss it by even 3 seconds, all you can do is roll up a newspaper and hit yourself over the head, bad owner, for not watching your dog. As far as correcting, we have 2 basic ways of correcting housebreaking mistakes. The first would be the leash and collar. If your dog is wearing a leash and training collar and you see him assuming the position, grab the leash, pop him, tell him no, and then immediately take him outside. If you're at a distance, if I'm here and the dog is way over there, that would be where you would use a puppy grenade. You take the can and throw it in the dog's direction. Do not hit the dog. The whole idea is to make the puppy grenade land near him, say no when it clatters, and then again, immediately get your dog outside. Housebreaking odors need to be cleaned up completely because dogs do return to the same spots by sense of smell. There are 2 products that I recommend as far as housebreaking. The first one is a product called Procyon. This product is a cleaner. It is not an odor neutralizer, and it's best for carpet. The reason I recommend this product, it is completely non-toxic. It is totally safe for the dog. Even if you forget to wipe it up, if your dog licks it, it is going to be fine. I've also never found a better carpet cleaner on the market. The second half is making sure that you odor neutralize properly. The best product I have ever found is a product called Expel. This is the only product on the market that I have found works completely to completely neutralize the odor. Now you do need to have enough molecules of product down to neutralize all the molecules of odor. So if you find that your dog is going back to the same spots, you didn't use enough of this. One thing very important, You must clean up areas first before using an odor neutralizer. Odor neutralizers do not work to clean, they just neutralize. So you must clean it up with some cleaning product first, then neutralize, regardless of whether we're talking about on carpet, tile, or wood.